What's going on, guys? My name is Jake and welcome back to Gax Reviews. So today is going to be kind of a little different video, and that's just really because this movie is very different. This really isn't a movie, but it is. It's a very weird subject to talk about, and we're of course talking about Hamilton. If you don't know, the massively popular play has come to Disney Plus this weekend. I'm going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about really in two aspects, the play component and the movie component. And I want you guys, before we get started, in the comment section below, let me know, have you seen Hamilton? Have you seen the movie Hamilton? Have you seen the play Hamilton? What's your favorite song from that? Let's get a conversation going. Let's get right into this. So Hamilton. Hamilton follows the story of the American founding father, Alexander Hamilton, and his rise and fall throughout that journey. So like I mentioned, the past 5 years really have, all I've heard out of the play world is Hamilton this, Hamilton that, Hamilton this, Hamilton that. And anywhere I go, I can kind of hear Hamilton in general. My girlfriend, who has never seen this, let's listen to the entire album front to back. And it's had that reach because I know tons of people who have listened to the album but never seen it. And growing up in Canada, we haven't been able to see Hamilton. I know it just started coming to Canada this year, but in general, it's had such a wide audience, and I never understood why. And I feel like after finally watching this for the first time, I get it. And what Lin-Manuel Miranda is able to do with this entire story and how he framed this entire musical is nothing short of a phenomenal achievement. I kind of had to sit there, and after watching the first 10 minutes and understand what the film was starting to become about, because I'm not someone who loves musicals that are song, and there's like basically no dialogue in it, and that's what Hamilton was. But something about this kept me engaged. So when you have to kind of look at this, you have to think, okay, so what are the factors that lay into that? I think in general, this is a story I don't care about. And it made me care about that, from the characters, the songs, the choreography, all of that. And I think all of them was just such a beautiful blend together that created such a phenomenal piece of art. And the songs, I'll start with that. I loved almost every single one of them. And I got goosebumps multiple times listening to them, because the way it was is basically 5 or 6 minutes of a song, and they kept going, and all of them were so fun. And I think that modern twist that they did with it, because this is an old story that they threw a modern twist on, and they explored it with many different ways with that. There's a lot of R&B hits in there, and there's rapping components that were all so fun and engaging. And that was what it boils down to with me, is Hamilton at its core is such an energetic piece of art. And that's what this is. All this in general is art. All the characters, Daveed Diggs, Jonathan Groff, oh my god, I literally died every single time I saw him on screen. He was so funny in this. And I just was blown away by how I actually connected with this. And I felt very emotional towards the end. And especially for something that's 2 hours and 30 minutes plus, to hold me captivated and to be loving everything that I'm seeing on screen is nothing short of phenomenal. The choreography that just flows in between all the set pieces, and all the set designs not massive, and it's more minor, and that's a lot more, to me, personal. And I felt that, and I am honestly like almost at a loss for words trying to talk about this thing, because as someone who's never seen it, it just made me a believer in some of this stuff. Like I didn't think I would ever love that. And that's where we're going to turn on to the movie component, because I've seen a lot of people not know what to do with this, because this really is one of the first times we've seen a live action, not like a live action, this is the first time we've seen a recording of a play put as a movie. And as a movie itself, does it hold up as a movie? Yeah, it does. I was even going back and forth whether to put this on my 2020 list or not. I absolutely am. This, to me, it has the characters, it's got a story, and the way they also shot this too is they did this. When they shot the actual thing itself, they took it a couple other days to do the close-ups and the swaying shots, and all of those felt so beautiful and so natural, and it just transferred to a cinematic parallel so well. And that, to me, is the success of Hamilton, that it's able to transcend multiple genres. And it did that with not only its songs, it did that with not only its play, but now it's been able to crack as a movie. And the fact that it is just a transfer of, and just a recording of an actual play, and it made me so emotional watching it even though I'm not watching the play in a live audience, and I was still able to connect, is nothing short of a phenomenal achievement. And to me, there's nothing like Hamilton out there right now. If you haven't seen Hamilton, if you're a little on the fence about it, I think this is an experience that everyone needs to experience. You will end up loving these characters. You'll end up loving these songs. You'll end up loving the choreography. You'll end up loving the intermission that they do in there. Just little things that they do throughout make this feel like such an event. And that, to me, is why Hamilton is the best film of this year. It's easily the most rewatchable film I've seen. I'm already sitting down thinking how much I want to watch it all over again. And this is a 3-hour movie. It's no ifs, fans about it. It's very hard for movies to do that. And I love this thing. And I was going to go 4.5 out of 5. I'm going full 5 for this one. Hamilton gets a 5. Yeah, if you can't tell, the more I talk about it, the more I fall in love with this thing. I think this is such a phenomenal work, and everyone needs to experience it. And when Hamilton does come back up, I'm going to be there. I want to go see this thing live. What an experience. I'm on board for everything Lin-Manuel Miranda does. And please check out Hamilton. You will not regret it. I guarantee that you will end up loving this thing just like me. That about wraps up for this video, though. So I remember a couple weeks ago, I described the weekend of The King of Staten Island and Artemis Fowl and Da 5 Bloods as Christmas. We got Boxing Day coming up this week. There's 5 new releases coming out that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys, so keep an eye out for that this weekend. They're going to be sporadic. They're going to be coming out because I'm going to try to pace all 5 of them. I'm excited for that. But yeah, that about wraps up for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, if you could smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already for more content in the future. But other than that, I have been Jake, and I will see you guys in the next one.